What's good with the fight fans? It's your boy Kijana back with some fight predictions this week. UFC Fight Night 171, Smith versus Teixeira. I know I'm getting these fights out to you guys super late. You guys probably wanted them a little bit earlier, but this is the soonest I could get them to you guys. Shit, better late than never, you know? But yeah, if you guys need to make your bets, most of you guys have probably already made your bets for these fights, but I'm going to get them out to you guys anyways. Just some quick picks. First fight, Chase Sherman versus Isaac Villanueva. I'm rolling with Isaac Villanueva. He's making his debut. He's also going up a weight class. I just can't trust Chase Sherman's chin. He's a little chinny. I know he got cut from the UFC for a little while, but he did go on a 3-fight win streak on one of the promotions that he was fighting for, and they were all KOs, first round KOs. So I mean, maybe he polished his striking up a little bit, but I'm gonna roll with the debuter. He's 36 years old. Used to fight at light heavyweight. He's going to heavyweight. I'm rolling with Isaac Villanueva. He'll probably either get the decision win, possibly a TKO. That's my guess. But I just can't trust Chase Sherman. I've picked him before and he's lost a few times, so that's pretty much the only reason why I'm not going to be picking him. But he does have decent cardio for a heavyweight. Now, I don't know too much about Isaac Villanueva. I've only watched him fight a few times. And I mean, he does throw heat. He throws heat. He fought Trevin Giles a while back. He lost that fight, but I mean, he rocked Trevin Giles a few times, so it wasn't a bad fight. Next fight, Hunter Azure versus Brian Kelleher, aka Boom. Hunter Azure, man, he wrestled at Montana State. He's pretty fucking good at his wrestling. His grappling transitions are great. He has pretty good trips, and he's been working on his hands a lot. If you watch some of his highlights too, he's got pretty decent stand up for being a wrestler and being wrestling based. Brian Kelleher, he's been around for a while. He's got a 20-10 record. He's just a durable fighter, man. This guy's a workhorse. Brian Kelleher is a fucking workhorse, dude. He did get knocked out by John Lineker, but he was hanging in there with him, dude. He was getting pressured to a point where he really couldn't do much. John Lineker's hands were just too powerful for him, and he got clipped. But he's not. You can't really take anything from Kelleher. He's got 9 submission wins, 7 KO/TKO wins. He's a pretty well-rounded fighter, man. He's got 3 rear naked choke wins, 6 guillotine choke wins. So if Hunter Azure doesn't watch his neck, he's going to get submitted. Like, plain and simple. Kelleher, he's been around the game for a while. He's got a lot of fight experience, way more than Azure does. But I just feel like Azure might be a little bit more hungry. He's still undefeated, but he's still very green, very new to the UFC. So this is, I mean, Brian's a huge underdog right now. You could probably make some serious cash on him, but I just don't see him winning. I see Hunter winning by a unanimous decision in this one. So I'm gonna roll with Hunter Azure for that pick. Next fight, Gabriel Benitez, aka Mowgli, versus Omar Antonio Morales Ferreira. Fuck, dude, this guy's got 4 names. Omar, man, way bigger body frame. Gabriel Benitez is moving up a weight class. He's quick. Gabriel Benitez is very quick. Got fast fucking hands. He's got knockout power. Very lethal kicks. He's really got it all. He's got pretty good grappling. He's got submission skills. He's 21-7 record. 10 sub wins, man. That's a fucking lot. 7 KO wins. So he's a finisher, dude. Out of those 21, that's a lot. It's a lot of fucking finishes. He's got very good kickboxing and Muay Thai skills. Very lethal in the clinch. But he's fighting a way bigger opponent. We're going to see the size advantage once this fight starts. Omar has a huge size advantage, man. Just a bigger body frame, and he's got very crisp kickboxing. He throws a lot of lethal, just nasty leg kicks, those snapping leg kicks that just will fuck you up. So I'm going to roll with Omar. He is the favorite, but it's going to be a slug match, man. If it goes to the decision, I could definitely see Omar winning. And I also see Gabriel Benitez having better cardio than Omar. But Gabriel's not going to be able to get off much if Omar just keeps pressuring him, and that's what type of fighter he is. He pressures his opponents to a point where they can't really get much off. And that's kind of a good way to be if you're going to be fighting somebody like Gabriel who needs distance for his kicks and just his overall striking. So I'm rolling with Omar on this one. He's 9-0. He hasn't been finished. He gets 5 subs, and he's got 2 KO/TKOs, and he's only got 1 fight in the UFC versus Dong Young Ma, and that was to decision. It was a decent performance. He had a knockdown on that one. Probably could have finished him. But yeah, Omar for the dub. Next fight, Sijara Eubanks versus Sarah Moras, a.k.a. Sarge, ranked 15, versus Cheesecake. I'm not going to go into depth on this one at all. This is not a fight that I'm really looking forward to watch, to be honest. 4-4 record for Sarge, 2 KO/TKO wins, 4 decision losses. She's on a 2-fight losing streak to Betch Correa and Aspen Ladd. She lost twice to Aspen Ladd, which the second time around I thought that she beat Aspen. She actually rocked her a few times on the feet. She's got really good fundamental boxing skills and pretty good head movement, pretty good footwork, and really good wrestling defense as well. And she averages I think almost 2 takedowns a fight. So I mean, her double leg takedowns are pretty fucking good. She's fighting a grappler, Sarah Morris. She's coming off of a win versus Jojua, which actually she didn't grapple at all in that fight. She didn't need to. Her body frame was so much bigger than Jojua, and she just pieced her up on the feet. That was the first time I've actually seen her use her hands like that. So it's going to be interesting if she's going to try to slug it out with Sajara. It's not going to go her way. Sajara hits too hard compared to her, I feel like. But if she goes to the ground with grappling transitions, I could definitely see her pulling off a submission or getting a split decision or unanimous decision over Sajara. But I'm going to go with the safer bet on this one, the safer play. I'm rolling with Sajara Eubanks. Sarah Morris, she's a really good underdog bet, though. I mean, if you want to come up on some cash, she could definitely win, dude. She's pulled it off before. I could see her pulling it off again. She would just have to get Sarge to the ground and just work ground and pound and work those grappling transitions and just everything on the ground, keeping that top control. She usually does keep the top control pretty well when she does get her opponent to the ground, but that's if she can get him to the ground. She couldn't get Macy Chiasson to the ground and got KO'd and gassed herself out as well. So if she can't get you to the ground, she's probably going to gas out. But she does have a big body frame for that weight class. Next fight, we're going into the main card. Michael Johnson, the Menace, versus Thiago Moises. I'm rolling with Michael Johnson. I'm a fan of Michael Johnson. I don't like certain aspects about his fighting style and his overall I don't know, his overall presence. There's certain things I don't like about Michael Johnson. He does seem to give up on himself in fights at times, and he definitely gasses out. He always gasses towards the end of the second round. And what's weird about Michael Johnson is he either shows up or he doesn't show up. And it seems like he always shows up against great opponents and beats them, but he never shows up against opponents that are like kind of mediocre. He loses to mediocre opponents. He's beat Tony Ferguson way back in the day. He beat Dustin Poirier by a first-round knockout, which was fucking vicious. I picked Dustin Poirier to beat him, and that did not happen. But he's fighting a grappler, Thiago Moises. If Thiago Moises grapples with him and just wears him down, if he plays the long run, if he tries to just go the full fucking distance with Michael Johnson, he probably will beat him by decision. I could see that happen. I could see him out grappling him, getting him to the ground, possibly getting a submission or getting a split decision win. Because Michael Johnson's he's known to gas out, man. But his hands are so quick, he can knock you out at any second. He was fucking piecing Josh Emmett up, but then got clipped. That was the first time he had been knocked out. So yeah, I mean, I'm rolling with Michael Johnson no matter what for that one. He almost got cut from the UFC a while back for his losses. And Thiago Moises, he's a 12-4 record, man. 3 KO/TKO wins, 4 sub wins, 4 decision losses. He's won by guillotine choke, rear naked choke, arm triangle, arm bar. He's very versatile on the ground. So like I said, if he gets Michael Johnson to the ground, keeps him on the ground, kind of like Khabib did against the cage, if he can just keep him on the ground and just wear him down, I mean, he could definitely win this fight. But I'll roll with Michael Johnson on this one. Next fight, heavyweight bout, Andrei Arlovski versus Felipe Lins. You guys already know what I'm going to say about Andrei Arlovski. He's pretty fucking old, dude. Like, I'm a big fan of the Pitbull, but I feel like he's been his time to retire for a while. He's 41 years old, 28-19 record, 17 KO/TKO wins, 3 sub wins, 11 KO/TKO losses. That's too many KO losses to have, man. Your brain is mush at that point. I'm sorry. Your brain is mush at that point, man. You got CT. It's too much, dude. You've been knocked out too many fucking times. Or TKO too many times. You've rattled your brain too many times. There's nothing there. There's nothing left. If you get jabbed one time like Jorginho did you're gonna go to sleep. I could honestly see Andrei Arlovski getting knocked out by some middleweights. Realistically, like I could see that happening because he just doesn't have it anymore. He has a glass jaw. His jaw's been broken by Anthony Johnson. It's been broken a few times, I think. If we look back at some of his fights, he doesn't have the best head movement. He's very flat-footed, but he's a powerful striker. He's very offensive, but not very defensive. He doesn't have the best defensive boxing, but he has very great offensive boxing. So he can't take a punch. So if you're gonna have offensive boxing, you gotta be able to take some type of punches. And he can't take a punch right now. Felipe Lins, I could definitely see him knocking him out. These guys have trained together before as well. Felipe Lins throws very looping hooks. I could see one of those clipping the back of Andrei Arlovski's ear, hitting him in the temple, hitting him in the jaw. Anywhere in his head, he's probably going to go to sleep. But if it goes to decision, I can see Andre getting some kind of weird split decision win like he's got in the past. He is a fan favorite, so Felipe is going to have to get it done early, first or second round, because Arlovski tends to pace himself now. He's more of a volume striker. He doesn't have the same power in his hands anymore as he used to. At least that's what I've noticed. So, yeah, I'm rolling with Felipe. He's making his debut as well. And he's a pretty decent fighter, man. He's 14-3 record, 8 KO/TKO wins, 4 sub wins. But he also has 3 KO losses. I can see Andre probably tagging him as well. Okay, next fight. Ricky Simon versus Ray Borg, the Taz Mexican Devil. I'm rolling with Ray Borg. I already know Ricky Simon has the way bigger body frame. He's also a grappler, and he's got pretty decent hands. But I feel like Ray Borg's overall skill set is better. I feel like he's fought better competition. I feel like he has a pretty decent gas tank. I know why he's going up a weight class, because he was missing weight a lot. So it's going to be a problem for him a little bit, though, fighting these guys that are a little bit bigger. I feel like it's definitely going to be a problem. But at the same time, I feel like he might have more cardio than he already did before. He might have more energy because he's not cutting any weight like he used to. He's fighting kind of at his natural weight. And that's just better for fighters, man. So Ray Borg, man, the Taz Mexican Devil, I'm rolling with you all the way. 13-4 record. His only submission loss was by armbar to Demetrius Johnson. But he didn't really do much in that fight. Ricky Simon, he has 5 KO/TKO wins, 2 sub wins, 1 TKO loss to Uriah Faber. He got clipped. We all seen what happened there. I picked Uriah Faber to win. People thought I was crazy. I seen holes in Ricky Simon's game. He's a workhorse, just like Ray Borg. They're kind of similar in some aspects, but I'm gonna roll with the Taz Mexican Devil on this one. Next fight, Alexander Hernandez, ranked 15. Alexander the Great Hernandez versus Drew Dober. Oh man, this is a very interesting fight, man, because it's so close. It's very close. I feel like Drew Dober's gonna be the bigger body frame. He's gonna be the bigger body frame. Hernandez 11-2 record, 4 KO/TKO wins, 2 sub wins, 1 TKO loss to Donald Cerrone. We all seen that. We seen all the shit talking that was going on there, and he just couldn't back it up. Got hit with that head kick and then got TKO'd on the ground. He did beat Trinaldo in his last fight by unanimous decision, which I felt he definitely should have lost. Trinaldo was beating his ass, plain and simple. He was outworking him. He outstruck him. If you look at the stats, he beat him in every category. So I don't know how Alexander Hernandez got that win. He's very lethal striker. He beat Beneil Dariush by first round, vicious KO. But we didn't get to see much from him. We still don't really know what he's capable of because he hasn't shown much in his fights. He didn't show much in the Olivier fight, but he did win. He's got pretty decent grappling. He's got pretty powerful strikes. His overall hand speed is pretty good for the division. Throws pretty good kicks. Everything about him is pretty decent so far that we've seen. But and he's well-rounded, man. He can stuff a takedown. He can get a takedown. So, yeah, this is going to be very interesting because Drew Dober, man, 22-9 record, 9 KO/TKO wins, 6 sub wins, 1 KO/TKO loss, 3 sub losses. Dude's a beast, man. Dude's a fucking beast. His last performance, man, was phenomenal, honestly, dude. Quick, light work of Nasrat Haqparast. I picked Haqparast to beat him. Haqparast he's a top prospect, dude, in the UFC. And his hand speed, his power, everything about Haqparast said that he was gonna beat Drew Dober, and it just didn't play out on paper as it did in real life. Drew Dober he knocked his ass out, plain and simple. He's got hand speed as well, and he's got power in his hands, and I could definitely see, and he's got fucking tank legs, bro. His leg. If you ever watch it, his fighting, just look at his fucking legs, dude. He's got fucking tree trunk legs. So I mean, he's got a lot of strength, bro. He's got a lot of strength, that's for sure. Drew Dober's a fucking beast. I could definitely see him beating Alexander Hernandez. He is the favorite. I could see him getting a TKO over Hernandez, honestly. My first gut instinct was to pick Hernandez. But I think I'm going to roll with Drew Dober on this one, man. I'm going to roll with Drew Dober on this one. I haven't thought too much about this because it could go either way. Most of these fights could go any fight could go either way, but it's like this one really is like, we're on like a balance, like a little balance thing right now. And Drew Dober definitely could win. And so could Alexander Hernandez. But I'm going to roll with Drew Dober, man. Next fight, Ben Rothwell versus OSP, Ovin St. Preux. OSP is going up a weight class, man. He's going to heavyweight. I think he's tired of cutting weight. He's fighting Ben Rothwell, big-ass ogre, 265 pounds. Hits hard. He has submission skills. Ben Rothwell hasn't shown much in his last few fights. Very low volume. He showed that he could fucking kick somebody in the balls 3 or 4 times in a fight. He definitely kicked Stefan Struve about 3 or 4 times in the balls in his last fight and then knocked him out. That's kind of a very shitty performance, kind of fucked up. I don't think he intentionally was doing it, but I just don't think he's a great kickboxer. I think he's a decent boxer. I think he can definitely take a punch. He walks his opponents down. I could see him walking OSP down. OSP has the reach advantage, so if he keeps the range and just kicks his legs and frustrates him and keeps that distance, jabs him, uses the jabs, uses the kicks, push kicks, side kicks, whatever you want to use to keep that distance and keep him off you and just wear him down, that's what's going to work on Ben Rothwell. Or take him down and submit him. Because OSP's known to submit people, man, from weird positions. He's got great submission. He's got a great submission skill set. So, yeah, I'm rolling with OSP all the way on that one. I don't see Ben Rothwell beating him. I just don't. Yeah, I don't see that one. I mean, if you guys see something in that, let me know. I don't see Ben Rothwell beating him. He's not the same Ben Rothwell as he used to be. That's for sure. Next fight, this is the main fucking fight right here. Anthony Lionheart Smith versus Glover Teixeira, ranked number 4 versus ranked number 8. We all know what Anthony Smith's coming in to do. He's going to come in and try to knock you out. But, I mean, he does have submission skill set as well. People underrate Anthony Smith, man. I've been saying that for a while now. They underrate Anthony Smith. And the dude's a beast. He's well-rounded. He's got it all. He's got pretty decent cardio as well. So Glover Teixeira, I mean, he can knock you out or he can submit you. He usually wants to submit you. But Glover Teixeira could definitely knock you out as well. I mean, I just don't see it happening. I see Anthony Smith putting him to sleep. I honestly do. He does this to all the older fighters that he's fought. He did it to Shogun Rua, one of my favorite fighters. Like, Rashad Evans. Like, all these older fighters, he's kind of just weaning them out. He's getting them out of the division. He's like, okay, it's time for you to retire, so just retire. He knocks him out, and then it's done. It's that simple. I could see him clipping Glover and probably knocking his ass out. But at the same time, I can see the other side of it where Glover fucking takes Anthony Smith down. It's a 5-round fight. Is Anthony Smith still stressed out about the break-in? Has he not been training the same? How is his life going outside of the UFC? Because I know Glover's training hard. Is Anthony still training hard? Is Anthony Smith going to gas out and Glover going to take advantage of that and fucking take him down and submit him? Because I could definitely see him submitting Anthony Smith. He's got way more in his arsenal on the ground than Anthony Smith does. He's a little bit more rounded than Anthony Smith, but at the same time, Anthony Smith's hands are more crisp. He's long. He can use that distance. He can use those kicks. I'm rolling with Anthony Lionheart Smith. I think he'll get the win. And yeah, those are my picks. Those are my quick picks for you guys. I wish I would have got them out a little bit earlier for you guys, but I'm going to try to get this Saturday card out at least by tomorrow, or the day after tomorrow. The day after tomorrow at the latest. But yeah, man, hopefully you guys enjoy the fights. Hopefully you guys fucking make some cash. It's always good to make a little cash and enjoy the fights. So I already made my parlays. I didn't win any money on the last card. Fabricio Werdum fucked all of my parlays up. If he would have won, I would have won some serious cash. I would have won, I think I was on almost like $7,200 or some shit. Fabricio Werdum fucked it all up. So I can thank him for that one. And then Sam Alvey messed one of mine up. I wanted to do an underdog pick for Sam Alvey, so I did a few of those, and it didn't work. He almost got a 3rd-round TKO, so that would have been kind of cool if he would have got that. But if those two guys would have won, it would have been a fucking crazy night. But it still was a great night, and I feel like today will be decent. It will be decent fights. But I feel like Saturday's card is going to be really, really good. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to break those down a lot more for you guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Comment some of your guys' parlays. Fucking let me know who you guys are picking. Let me know if I'm completely wrong about some of these picks real quick, so I can think about changing some of my, at least change one of my DraftKings lineups. I probably won't. I'm pretty confident in my picks for this card. I already put my parlays out early in the week. The odds were in my favor. So yeah, you guys enjoy the fights. Stay safe.